Hello friends, today I wanted to share some of my views on the human life important, what are the needs. Basically my thinking, generally there are four important human needs for the comfortable or reasonable human life, which I would classify as essentials. It is the money, respect, power, and then ultimately the recognition or happiness. So, these four pillars money, respect, power, and the happiness everybody normally we need only these four things. That is a minimum thing or sometimes a maximum also. But ultimately, it is a happiness that everybody wanted. But happiness has a link with all the three. Happiness is linked with the money, happiness is linked with the power, happiness is linked with the respect. How it is linked, we should understand. The human survival needs the resources. So the money is one of the important resource. Through the money, you get the roti kapda or makan. And once you have that particular, whatever the required minimum money for your minimum needs, another important thing is that you expect the respect. This respect, normally with the respect, what you do is, it is not the titles or the degrees, but the respect is the what exactly you wanted to expect somebody as expression of feeling about your importance or about your recognition. That is what everybody thinks. Otherwise, you become an isolated person and you may not be really feeling the importance of yourself also. Of course, there are exceptions that the saints and the sannyasis, as per our olden tradition, they go to the forest and they do the tapas or whatever the way they wanted to do, and ultimately they are totally isolated. But in social life, in human life, social life, that is not possible. So after the money which gives you a minimum resources, it is a respect that you wanted to earn from the others. So the respect is again a mutual. You give a respect and you take a respect. That's what the people say. Where you don't get any respect, you need not be there. So that is how you gain the respect and give the respect. Another important pillar of the human life is the power. Here, the power is not that you become a prime minister, you become a president, or you become a police officer, or the power here, in sense, the influence. Ultimately, when I walk down in my society, in my colony, at least I should be able to influence. This influence is not only the positive influence, but affecting the or rejecting the negative influence. If I keep talking after an old age, if I talking or if I walking, if everybody doesn't bother or everybody try to insult me, that is a negative power. So what normally we need is at one any place, any time in the life, we need a minimum respect along with the minimum influence, so that this influence will help you to get some kind of again identity and recognition. That is exactly the power. The power may be varying from degree to degree, person to person. And finally, all these things will or should give happiness. Happiness is the ultimate. Anybody who is with the happiness cannot be derived upon by anybody else. The moment I have the minimum required resources, minimum required reports, respect, and minimum required power, if I am happy, I don't bother about others. My happiness is my internal happiness, but it is influenced by the external, these three factors. So ultimately, we need to have the happiness. These are all the four important pillars of any human life. So, how to achieve these four pillars? Here is what exactly our Puranas, Vedas, or whatever the so-called good goings will tell you. These good goings are that get the money through a proper and legal way. Get the power through your recognition, your influence based on your acts and deeds. Get the respect by respecting others and your actions, your behavior. These things will help you to get the happiness. And whatever the situation you have in your life, in a sad situation or happy situation and a normal situation, ultimately these four will give the proper footage in your life and it will influence overall in your happiness. On this occasion of Vijayadashmi, I wish you everybody happy Vijayadashmi. Vijayadashmi means it is a victory, and this victory over evil and victory over the sadness. So I wish you everybody be happy and I enjoy the life with these four pillars. Thank you very much.